Grand Rising. Happy Friday. I pray everybody's having a peaceful, positive, and productive start to your day today. If not, I pray that your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High help you with that today. I also pray that He clothes us in His armor from head to toe, that He strengthens our discernment and guides our steps as we go throughout our days. That being said, we've got Calling All Angels on the radio as we're getting started. Our scripture for the day is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. Above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. We just got that the other day, but nonetheless, that doesn't devalue its meaning at all. Acting out of love for ourselves, for our fellow humans, even for our angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High. A lot of times when you step out in love, it allows you to see things from another person's perspective. Also allows you to see situations differently when you look at it with love instead of judgment. All right, let's get our daily mantra. Today is Friday, January 30th, 2026. We got 3 here. We're just going to take the top one. Setting boundaries doesn't make me a jerk. Setting boundaries prevents me from being a jerk. But we also got a little smidge of manners goes a long way each and every day. And then I radiate patience like a guru. We got that just the other day. A little smidge of manners goes a long way. So set boundaries, but have manners. You know, you can set boundaries in a polite way. You know, you don't have to be rude or be a jerk. You don't have to be a jerk to set boundaries. You can do it in a polite, respectful way. That being said, we talked about setting boundaries the other day. That is something important for us all to do. All right, let's get a grief affirmation. Grand Rising, happy Friday. I hope everybody's having a peaceful, positive start to your day today. I'm healing even if it doesn't feel like it. I'm pretty sure we just got that. I think that's the one I just put back in there. I'm healing even if it doesn't feel like it. You know, some days are harder than others. I definitely understand that. And some days it's hard for us to see the progress that we've made, but that doesn't mean that the progress isn't there. I'm healing even if it doesn't feel like it. Above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. All right, Grand Rising, hello, happy Friday. Thank you for your subscription. I really do appreciate that. All right, let's get a chakra wisdom affirmation. We got another bad winter storm coming through this weekend. I hope everybody's prepared, everybody's ready. Better to need it and not have it than to have it and not need it. Wait a minute. I said that backwards. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. There we go. Be prepared. All right. Chakra wisdom affirmation. We got 3 here. Sexuality, setting boundaries, and self-confidence. That, setting boundaries. We just got that energy the other day. Remember, setting boundaries doesn't make me a jerk. Setting boundaries prevents me from being a jerk. I teach others how to love and respect me by how I love and respect myself. My integrity is supported when I express my thoughts and feelings. I am aware of excessively wanting to please others. We talked about that the other day. I will maintain and grow my personal power by saying yes when I mean yes and saying no when I want to say no. I speak up for myself and I set boundaries regarding other people's behavior. I do this by asking for what I do want, such as respect, patience, tolerance, and support, rather than telling them what I don't want. All right, self-confidence. It really does take a lot of self-confidence to be able to set boundaries. A lot of times if we struggle with confidence, we also struggle with boundaries. I trust myself fully. I will not allow fear or doubt to hold me back from doing what I'm here to do. I have confidence, belief, and conviction in my abilities and goals. I welcome questioning by others as this gives me a chance to clarify my truth, ideas, and philosophies. I trust in a higher power and I am open to new challenges. So we got fifth chakra, third chakra, and then second chakra, sacral chakra, sexuality. I honor and respect my sexuality and I allow the natural flow of my feelings. I acknowledge that my sexual thoughts and feelings will arise and I release unnecessary guilt regarding sex. I am open to the positive sensual feelings coming to me from others. At the same time, I keep my sexual activities well directed and in balance. Yeah, so keep that in check for sure. That is definitely a boundary that it is important for us to set. Sexual boundaries, not letting people talk us into doing things that we don't really want to do, not putting ourselves in situations where, things could happen that we don't necessarily want to happen. So, very important about setting boundaries. Have the confidence to set those boundaries and to stand 10 toes down in those boundaries. It's one thing to set them, but you have to maintain them as well. All right, Wild Offering Oracle. And then we'll get some affirmations from the Affirmators deck. And we'll get a couple angel numbers. And then we'll call it. 7:58 on the timer when I looked. Travel. If you're traveling this weekend, please be safe. Especially if you're on the east side of the U.S. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. Look at that, impatience. We just put that back in. We got that yesterday. My life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. Then on the top of the deck, we've got courage. It takes courage to set boundaries. It takes courage to love earnestly. It takes courage to have self-confidence. Courage is necessary in life. Divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going. Do it. Don't worry. All will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear Divine, may I feel your courage and your will. So, asking your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, the Most High to help you with that, help you with the courage, help you with patience, help you with setting those boundaries. We can still love people even though we set boundaries. The boundaries don't prevent us from sharing our love and our kindness with other people. Yes, it may put some kind of restrictions or limits on it, but that is for your highest good. All right, now we'll pull from the Affirmators deck. Yesterday we got connection, inspiration, get centered, and positive thinking. We talked a lot about that yesterday, about not ruminating and the negative thoughts, the woulda, shoulda, couldas. not being stuck in the past, not projecting ourselves into the future, but focusing on the here and now, changes that we can make to better our lives, whether that's spiritual changes, emotional changes, physical changes, walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve us. That takes courage. We also, the other day, talked a lot about comfort zones, stepping out of your comfort zone. It takes courage to be able to do that. It takes confidence to be able to do that. All right, we got vitality. I am healthy, vital, and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own shield and sword. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chum. If you can see the picture, it's like little cell army guys. Being healthy, taking care of your health can be a battle. That's a place where boundaries can also be set with yourself, about what you consume, the activities you participate in. All right, we've got nature on the bottom of the deck. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of the man-made box. Take a walk in the woods, smell those flowers, hug some trees. You might think you're being ironic. Like, look at me, I'm being a tree hugger and stuff. But you'll find that even then, those trees will hug you back. Trees come from a time before irony, and their earnestness is impervious to our jaded humor. If that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, well, I guess you're a robot. So spending time in nature, appreciating, valuing the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees, the breeze, the rain. All right, and then we got perseverance. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier, blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. So whatever mountain you're climbing, whatever battle you're tackling, tackle it, like for real. Give it your all. All right, now we'll get a couple angel numbers and we'll call it for this morning. It is 13:50 on the timer when I looked, or this rising. That is a habit that I'm really trying to break, guys, but it's hard. We are so programmed, for real. All right, the angel numbers we had yesterday were 3, 44, and 5. Harmony, take a risk, and transformation. Supposed to get down to single digits in my area this weekend. I don't know about everywhere else, but it's going to be another chilly one. All right, let's get us a couple angel numbers for the day. New beginnings wanted to pop out there. 0, new beginnings. 22, stick to it. and 12-12 choices. Stick to it. Persistence, patience, progress, steadfast, goal, manifestation, and preparation. Choose a path and stick to it, making slow and steady progress. This card signifies the need for patience and constant effort while working toward a significant goal or manifestation. Ensure that all aspects of your plan are organized and aligned. What path am I currently following, and how can I stay committed and make steady progress toward my goal? Review your current plans and ensure everything is in order. Take one actionable step today towards your goal and commit to making consistent progress, no matter how small. We talk about it all the time, those baby steps. When we look at a goal like full on, we can get overwhelmed, discouraged, and even sometimes give up because it seems too big of a task. But if we set those smaller goals to accomplish the bigger goal, it doesn't seem so daunting and it almost seems easier. So don't give up, stick to it, get organized, gather your thoughts, decide what you want to do. Choices. Right here, 12-12 choices. Make those choices. Decisions, stability, caution, focus, future, priorities, and clarity. The universe advises you to act with caution. It is important not to pursue all your ideas at once. Instead, make a choice and focus on the option that will provide more stability for your future. What choices do I need to make now? And which option will offer the most stability and long-term benefit? Take time to evaluate your options carefully. List the potential benefits and risks of each choice and choose the one that aligns best with your long-term goals and provides the most stability. Grand Rising, hello. I don't know how long that comment's been there, but Grand Rising. Mary. Yeah, Mary. All right. So stand firm in your boundaries today. Have the confidence to do so. Setting boundaries doesn't make you a jerk. Setting boundaries prevents you from being one. You don't have to come at that with an aggressive attitude. You can still act out of love while setting boundaries. Of course, obviously self-love, but love for your fellow man as well. All right. That's it for our affirmations this morning. I'll be back this evening to do the rest of the cards. I hope everybody has a peaceful, positive, and productive day today. As always, be grateful for what you have, the big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life, and you never know the impact it could have on yours. Have courage, be patient, persevere, set boundaries, and have the confidence to stick to it and to make those choices that you need to make today. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.